Well, it's 27th of May. My little hotel review. Why not? I've spent 6 months reviewing it, or reading about reviews, thinking would I like it here, and I've been here 5 nights. This is the first thing you'll see when you get off a bus, when you come to the Iberostar Wave Fountain Beach Hotel. It's quite impressive. This is classed as the front of the hotel. Don't be worried when you pull up, there's lots of police and lots of army. Looks like Northern Ireland in the 70s. Police security. All the police, all the army are very friendly, and I've walked around all around the vicinity. So this is where you'll pull up in your bus. Obviously these are all the taxi men outside who beg you to get in a taxi all the time, but beg you in a friendly way. Very clean, very tidy, I noticed. So, security. Yes, there is an airport style scanner on the right hand side, but it's not currently used. Oh, quite impressive courtyard when you come in. The security front and back, so random people can't come in the hotel and eat all the lovely food, which I'll show you in a minute. Best part of the hotel, I would say, would be the garden. Very nice. Little shops shown by the hotel right and left. I've not been in them, but here, obviously, people can smoke outside. It feels very safe. And the staff are very welcoming. Majority of the hotel is French and English. Obviously Morocco was a French colony 40, 50 years ago, but the hotel is half term now, so it's completely full. But the staff say it's 70% English at the moment. But all the staff seem very bilingual. Okay, the main hotel. I think quite impressive when you come in. You fill in boarding cards or hotel cards, whatever you want to call it, when you come in the hotel. So, they take you in here, you fill in little pieces of paper with your passport numbers on, I guess in case you cause trouble in the hotel. As you can see, very impressive. Very clean as well. Always placing the floors. So there's 2 little check-in lounges. You get off the airplane and fill in your paperwork in here. Oh, these are the little cards you fill in. Takes you 5-10 minutes, a bit like being at school. Nothing special. Take them to reception, fill them in. There's some information about tours that we do locally. But most of them you do yourself. We did the train, we did the cable cars, but when you pay someone to do it, you can. There's some computers to print things off. I never used them, but look a bit old fashioned. And this is the ATM machine. I have used the ATM machine once. Quite easy to use, but what I did find out, it charges you £5 in sterling to take your money out, and the exchange rate normally is 12 dirhams to a pound. That was giving me about 11 dirhams to a pound and charging you a £5. So I would advise you bring cash with you and change all your cash at the hotel desk. So lots of chairs to sit down comfortably. It's lovely, especially when you like the lights in the night. Quite impressive. I think it's like business meetings upstairs. So when you check in, at the check-in desk, quite self-explanatory. Hand them over your passports. They don't obviously keep them, stamp you, give you a little wristband. So you get one of these for your wrist. So when you're eating your body weight in food, they know you're from the hotel. Then you have to pay tourist tax, or You can either pay that in cash or on your card. And you do that at that little desk. So the little desk next door, that seems to be the cash desk where they'll change money for you. But the exchange rates are very competitive, surprisingly, in the hotel, so they don't charge you commission. So it's 12 dirhams for the pound. You can't buy it with card. So this is a list of all the activities you do in the hotel. So, off the hotel, there's obviously toilets. Toilets are really clean. I was quite impressed actually. I'm not a toilet expert. But considering it's a very busy hotel, I keep on top of it. Teas, coffees, drinks. And this is where they do the welcome talk of Jet 2. So, where they try and flog you all the trips. Camel rides, quad rides, daily. So they do that in the corner. There's only 2 hotel bars. Just bear in mind. The one inside and the one around the pool. They do get quite busy. Just to warn you, it doesn't matter how much alcohol you drink, you'll never get drunk. It doesn't matter how many vodka and Diet Cokes or cocktails you drink, you're never going to get drunk. I don't need to spell it out. I think like all 4 or 5-star hotels, it's either watered down or the actual spirits and what you get in the UK, i.e. 37%. But I think also it's good so you're not surrounded by lots of drunk people getting leery and causing trouble. So if I owned a 5-star hotel, I'd probably do the same, water down all the alcohol or buy it in low rates. I've done a couple of videos about the food, so I'll only just show you briefly in. But this is the main dining room. If you look at my other videos, you'll see lots about the food, breakfast, lunch. 2 restaurants in the hotel. There's this one, the buffet restaurant, and there's an a la carte one downstairs, but the buffet is much more popular. Outdoor seating. Very popular. If you want to come see
a nice trail.
As you can spot or notice, the outdoor seats are much more popular. Enjoying the view. This is like the outdoor beer bar area. Like a live music or something like singing and dancing. I think this is the best part of the entertainment side of night. Different entertainment. Obviously they're cleaning in the morning, but within about half an hour, because 8 o'clock in the morning when I'm doing this video, so I don't get in people's way. They do a lot of maintenance in the morning, but up here they do a lot of singing and a lot of dancing at night, until about 7 o'clock. But it's a lovely place just to sit, watch the world go around and drink coffee. As you can see, the sun doesn't come out in the morning. It comes out about 11 o'clock. The three main pools. Up here. Is where the spa is. My wife went and had a massage with a friend, so very nice. My wife likes the spas and massages. It was good, but bearing in mind you're paying 4-star hotel prices, but it's convenient. They'll give you a free guided tour, and there's a bit of negotiation, yeah. Oh, out the back is where the gym is. Table tennis. There's another video I'll put on there where they do the group activities. You don't have to book your spas and massages in advance. There's normally a guy with a short hair with a tunic on sat in reception promoting his wear and tears. My wife had 2-hour massage, hammer-on experience, whatever you want to call it. And I think it was advertised 1,200 dirhams, but I think they knocked 200 off. But in English money, that's £75. £75 for a 1-hour massage, a body scrub, and whatever else they did. But she said it was very professional, no dodginess, and all the staff were female, which helped. And she said the massage was the best part of it. She said the body scrub was good. She said it was a bit like being in a dishwasher. So downstairs, ground level, obviously to the hotel rooms. But this is a kids club. Different activities. My kids are now older, so they didn't go anywhere, but under 10s. Gets a bit of free childcare as well, so you don't pay. Different activities, different times, what they do, drawing. And I guess in the summer when it's boiling hot, keeps your kids out of the sun. So downstairs there's a couple more shops. And this is an a la carte restaurant. It's not very busy. I've never tried it myself. But the food is the same as upstairs. They just serve it to you. So I guess if you have mobility problems or you want to pretend you're a bit more sophisticated, you can sit and have the food served to you. It's free of charge. I think the fact that it's not very popular tells you what you need to know. Table tennis tables for the kids. Free of charge, obviously. I have noticed on these holidays a lot of kids turn up very good at table tennis, and I think enjoy winning the competition. So parents, bear in mind, I would sharpen up your table tennis skills, because daily they walk around the pool trying to sign people up. Okay, this is where the main nighttime cabaret happens. I think I put a little video on it before. So every night we have like a showtime bar, singing, dancing. It always starts about 9:15 normally, 9:15. I prefer it upstairs on the balcony with the singers. I think the better quality in here. It's more a bit like upmarket Butlin, singing, dancing, karaoke, dressing up. So what we tend to do is have our food, eat as much as we can, feel bloated, sit on the veranda upstairs, listen to the singer and the dancers upstairs, and then meet all the singers and dancers round everyone up, bring all the kids and adults downstairs, and it's normally about an hour. So 9:15 or 10:15 up here, and then there's more singing upstairs. Yes, there's a little bar, but the kids seem to enjoy it. And last night was karaoke, then there was an Egyptian night, and this is every night of the week. The same entertainment and singing staff do the daytime activities around the pool, the Zumba, the dancing, the table tennis. Okay, so this is the outside area. So like I said, we're in May, end of May, the school holidays, the 26th, 27th, I've lost track of days. What we found here is Agadir. The weather's very changeable, but you don't get bright sunlight, but bearing in mind there's a lot of red bodies around the pool, you burn quite quickly. So the actual bright sunlight comes up normally about midday in the morning. It's normally cloudy, stroke murky, but it gives you a false norm. You don't think you can get burnt, and then everyone gets burnt, yeah. So there's lots of bigger bellies, what are particularly red. But from about 12 o'clock it gets really warm. Sadly, like all hotels, you get the people who get up in the morning and reserve a sunbed. So as you can see, we are now 8:30 and every sunbed is reserved. Yes, there's signs of reception saying don't do it, but no one seems to move the towels. But I guess it becomes like Monopoly, because if you don't follow everyone else, you don't get a sunbed. I'd hate to think what it's like in the summer, but the hotel is now full. Yes, there's a few spare ones, but the spare sunbeds are not in the peak locations, yeah. So, as you can see, this is 3 pools, but they're all in use. The lifeguards start at 9 o'clock. Might be earlier in the summer, but kids aren't allowed in the pool before 9. Adults are. The ones who are burning off the buffets. You get a few swimmers, so this large pool isn't heated, but it is, I think, quite a nice temperature, particularly in the afternoon. The baby pool is heated. I think 2 of the pools are heated up until the middle of June, and they turn them off. So heated pools there, baby pool. The main pool, as I would call it, unheated. Bearing in mind the pool's quite deep, which I think is positive for my kids. So my kids are 10 years old, and because there isn't a shallow end, it's forced them to swim. But I guess if your kids are younger, it might be a bit more of a problem. I've seen people comment on that because you can't stand up in it. Either you'd have to hold the side or learn to swim quickly. Okay, this is a towel shed. Slightly complicated. What happens is all the towels are free. You go to reception, they give you some cards, look like bank cards. You take them here and exchange them for your towels. You can swap them as many times as you like. The caveat is, if you lose your towel, or more importantly, someone pinches it, borrows it, moves it, they'll charge you €15 for a new towel. So basically, all the towels are the same shape. You've got to keep an eye on your towels, that'll cost you 15 quid each if you lose them. So at the end of your holiday, you hand back your towels and Bob's your uncle. If you don't hand them back, Bob's costing you €15. So this is a heated pool. Obviously the most popular of the two, because it's still a bit nippy to get in, but once you're in, I would say middle of the day yesterday, which was particularly warm, both pools were equally as busy, yeah. Oh, I think this is a nice little touch. So this is a recycling point for your inflatables. Because the pool is very deep, no shallow end, inflatables are quite popular. So a little tip for anyone, go to Amazon, buy yourself some inflatables, because unless you've got very tall kids and they can swim, we're going to need inflatables. It's just a little trick, otherwise all the parents are going to be in the pool holding on to the kids, or they're going to be. So get on Amazon, buy some inflatables. But people are recycling, reusing them, yeah. Okay, this is the main bar. The main bar at the top. So they serve breakfast and tea from about 9 o'clock. They do mid-morning snacks, lunch, mid-afternoon snacks and tea. Or I prefer eating up here because it's outside, it's fresh, it's nice, but self-explanatory. The variety of food is not as big because it's smaller, but there's pizzas, there's kebabs, there's shawarmas, there's burgers. But it's nice just to sit up here, you're in the sun and eat some food. And also, a little tip for you all, because it's really warm when you're eating your food, you can't eat as much. If you go inside out the sun, you can eat more. So I guess if you're trying to control yourself, eat out here. So, and it's got the best view. And I guess if you want to keep an eye on your kids and eat your pizzas, I would say the pizzas are the best in the hotel, food-wise. They make them all fresh, thin-based, and not swimming in grease, so they're quite dry, the bottoms. So as you can see, they're always cleaning, they're always tidying up. You can't take your food down, which is sensible, because I don't want obviously bugs and ants. So I think we're just cleaning a little bit, opening up, yeah. I don't want to sound boring, but I am 45. The gardens are really nice, they're really green, yeah. Seem to look after them quite a lot. And they're constantly watering the grass, because obviously it's boiling off, but it just looks nice, it looks fresh. I've been to some hotels where they've got that horrible artificial green grass. Here it's nice. Oh, so this is the back of the hotel. As I mentioned about the alcohol, there's 2 bars. So there's 1 bar at the back here, and there's 1 bar inside. So if you are trying to get drunk, which I'm just trying to warn you, it's impossible. Or if you just want generalised drinks, there is probably a couple of minutes queue every time you want a drink. There is some self-services, but that's the main bar. So there's 1 bar for the whole pool, just to warn you, yeah. I know some people have those little trays, because they'll give you as many drinks as you want, 3 or 4 to carry them, yeah. So, coffees, teas. A lot of the kids like I don't drink alcohol, but like pina coladas, the non-alcoholic cocktails, they seem to be quite popular. Or out the back, it is Coca-Cola, it's not Pepsi to serve, yeah. I know people comment which one, but so this is the back of the hotel, or the front, whatever you want to call it. Access to the beach, yeah. So, as I've said in my other little video, it's lovely. I think this is the best part of the hotel, the location, right on the beach. Oh, lots of people running and walking in the morning, yes. Yes, I was a little bit scared at first because of the amount of army and police, but I think it feels quite safe. The place is smiling, they like tourism, it brings money here, yeah. And they don't want problems like they had in Tunisia. So they've just got extra security, extra safety, so there's no issues. Oh, so literally every 500 yards you've seen police. It is a bit unnerving at first, but once everyone's smiling, everyone's being nice to you, it feels fine. Good morning.
Good morning.
So we close the gate at about 11 o'clock in the night, but there's always like a gate man there who's very friendly. Oh, because this is the free part of the beach, not the free part, the hotel has like an exclusive part of the beach that is just for them. You can bring your drinks out from the bar, so it's going to save a bit of money. And as you can see, lots of people walking, running. So if you look to the left as you come out the back door, there's 3 hotels, and then you can only walk about 500 metres down there, because that's where King Mohammed has his own palace. So I guess that's a good sign. If your hotel's right next to the King's palace, the King's not going to build his palace in a dodgy area. But what I'm highlighting is you can only walk so far down there because the army and the security turn you back. Whereas the hill with the writing on, or with the palace, you can do it's 4.5k, so I've done this walk, so where I'm pointing now, it's 4.5k, walking wise an hour to the marina, lovely walk, super flat, so all you runners and walkers and people into activity will know about elevation on Strava. It's super flat, it's a lovely walk, get some fresh air. Yes, there's people selling wear and tears. You want your hair plaiting, do you want to buy some oils, do you want to buy some rocks? People selling stuff, but they're not that pushy. If you're smiling, you're nice, and that's fine. And we did buy a few bits and bobs off, and people are just trying to make money, yeah. But the police and everything are there, so just a pleasant smile and they move on, yeah. Beach is lovely, but bearing in mind it's the Atlantic, it's really windy, yeah. So I don't know how much swimming I would do in the sea, to be honest, but the kids like playing on it, yeah. There's lifeguards. So this is the back of the hotel. On this promenade, it's just hotel after hotel after hotel, but if you walk down towards the marina, there's lots of shops. You don't really need to get a taxi. And the amount of food that you're going to eat when you're in this hotel, it's probably wise that you do a bit of walking, yeah. But it gets very sunny. Yes, it looks dark now and dingy, But come 11 o'clock, it's like someone turns the lights on. So, I can't remember what it says. Thank you. So, according to that sign, they close the gate at 1 o'clock in the morning. I guess it might change throughout the years. But they don't want random people walking in off the street and drinking the watered down alcohol and eating the nice pizzas. So I guess it's just added security. Also around the edge of the hotel, there's security everywhere, but they're all really friendly. I'm just highlighting that at first it might feel slightly unnerving or different. But I guess it's like being at Buckingham Palace in England, so you can see those little wooden huts in the corner of the building. Obviously that's for the shade, for the security guards. But what they did say is, the English is very good, there's a lot of poverty in the local area, so people aren't breaking in to damage things, but people will break in to take food, or sometimes they will pinch things, yeah. So it's not security against tourism, it's more just to keep the hotel safe, yeah. But once you get used to it, they're all very friendly, and a couple of the security guards are even playing ping pong, yeah. I would say one of the best parts of the hotel are the staff. They're all very friendly. Big tip for you as well, because this is the longest video. When you get your money changed, I would get some smaller notes. So they're called dirhams, I think, but it's obviously 11 to the pound. So I get 20. The smallest note I've seen is a 20 dirham note, yeah, which is £2, yeah. But if you get a few of them at reception, they're good for giving people tips. And what I've noticed is if you give them all a couple of quid, you get the best tables, you get the best smiles, and it just makes the world go around, doesn't it? You know, you get good service, you give them a few tips, and it helps, yeah. And it's amazing, once you give someone 2 or 3 quid, they always give you the best table on the pool, they give you a nicer drink, a bigger smile, and I think just the way of the world, isn't it? So at reception, and they get smaller. A few people have clicked onto this, so the smaller notes are delivered about 9 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes they'll say no, or we don't have any, but if you ask twice, also it's useful. So when you're out and about and buying stuff in the local area, if you've got the right money, it's not awkward. So if you're going to buy something like a football top yesterday, if you've got the right money, you don't have to feel obliged just to ask for your change. So just get some ready in your pocket, basically, because as people will know, you can't get the money out the country, you've got to change it here. So you turn up with your sterling and you change it, yeah, either at the hotel or the cash desks. So we booked a pool view room, but the other couple we come with didn't book a pool view room, but still got the pool view room. So I guess you could gamble. I think we paid, I don't know, 60, 70 quid extra to have a pool view, which is obviously better. But my mate got one for free. But I guess that's a lot where you live, isn't it? Yeah. But I would advise getting a pool view. We're on the ground floor, which seems to be better if you've got little kids. So I think this is the majority of the hotel. That's a 29-minute video. How would I rate it? Well, we were originally going to go to a 4-star hotel with water slides, but the couple we went with obviously wanted or suggested we went to this one because it had better reviews. And on TripAdvisor, this hotel is in the top 3, gets quite a good reviews, which I agree. So we paid 2,800 for a week in the May half-term holidays, but going to Thursday. 2,800, 2 adults, 2 kids, flights from Leeds through Jet2. I think based upon the money we've spent, I would give it a solid 8.5 out of 10. And that would be the staff. Really friendly, very clean, the facilities are good. And I think the food is really strong, particularly on a night. The varieties there. Just to warn you, you're going to put loads of weight on. You'll see through the other videos I've done. You're going to put lots of weight on. But there is, with all buffet foods, you do get that repetitive nature. You know, everything you're eating is very similar day in, day out. But the kids seem to like it, you know, and you're not going to go hungry, basically. what we tend to do is eat a light breakfast, snack for lunch, and obviously the main meal for tea, yeah. Or what could it do with improving Wi-Fi? That's an issue. Lots of issues with, do you get an eSIM, do you do this, do you do that? And I'm addicted to my phone, I won't lie, I'm always on it. I've spent 5.5 days just using the hotel Wi-Fi. Very strong around the pool, very strong in the rooms. So basically it's like a phone detox because my phone only works connected to Wi-Fi. I've managed that. Other than that, you can buy an eSIM for £3, but 30 quid or get one at the airport. What you don't want to do is use your roaming because it's very expensive. You're outside of Europe, will start charging you astronomical amounts of money. So don't get caught out. I've noticed a few people just get off the aeroplane without researching and start using their phone. So if you've got a normal English phone and you connect up, it will work immediately. But then you'll get smacked with a large bill when you get in, which you don't want, yeah. What could the hotel do with improving on? There's a brand new hotel which has been made next door, an Egyptian hotel. It had a fireworks display. This hotel looking, I'm not an expert, I would say it's been open for about 20 years. The seating reception could do with sprucing up a little bit potentially. The sunbeds, some of the sunbeds have seen bad days, but they're fine. But all in all, I would say some beds could do with a bit of sprucing. I do like water slides and kids facilities. I would say this is more of a family stroke adult orientated hotel. Or also, just to make you aware, if you don't like loud music around the pool a lot during the day, they've got the discos playing, or they've got the dancing playing, they've got the Zumba playing. It tends to be morning and afternoon, so if you want peacefulness, I wouldn't advise that. But as a whole, I would recommend the hotel. Transfer time, it was about 35 minutes. So you get picked up from the airport, brought here. It was actually the first stop. There was 5 stops and we were the first one, which was a bonus. It's a bit of an eye-opener when you come in from the airport. There's quite a lot of poverty you can see in generalised Morocco as a whole. But the area is obviously trying to push tourism a lot. So there's obviously a gym you can use, or additional charges. I haven't really seen any additional charges or things that you have to pay extra for. I do like these little, sunbed beds. These are more popular. I think you've got to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning to save one of these, but it keeps you for shade. Okay, so that's me waffling on for 34 minutes. I've got to be honest, I did a lot of research before I come here. I would recommend this hotel if you got it for the right costs. Bearing in mind, I would say it's a strong 4-star, but it's not a wow 4-star. If you're wanting to come here and get drunk, good luck, because you're not going to get here and get drunk. But it is a Muslim country, so why would you want to come to a Muslim country and get drunk? But if you want to come, have some fun, and the sun, I think the temperature in Morocco helps because you're going a bit further. Okay, well, I'm going to go back into my room. So my tips are getting your lilos before you come, definitely. And obviously getting some smaller notes ready to tip people. And thanks guys, if you do watch my videos, please like and share them.